The year 2024 is coming up quick, and I hereby wish you a Merry Christmas. For today is 25th of December. We've been seeing pumps on Bitcoin on every downfall recently. This is sort of like indicating the fear out of missing emotion are being programmed on most traders, which looks great as it provide price stability to the market. But things might not what as we see currently. The leverage and loan April are getting higher lately. Traders might be on an overgreed mode. I'm sort of afraid things would move to the opposite, but we will see. Today, I'm going to share an interesting article written by Gracie Chen. The title is 6 Most Important Crypto Events to Look Forward to in 2024. A clue on forecasting what are the events might distort the price of Bitcoin. You, me, and people who love crypto like us, something really big things might about to happen next year. I think the biggest one is whether the SEC finally says yes to a Bitcoin spot ETF in USA. For a long time, the SEC has said no when companies try to start a spot Bitcoin ETF. A spot ETF means people can directly buy part of a fund that owns real Bitcoins, not just Bitcoin futures contracts. This would be huge because it lets big investment funds, pensions, and regular investors easily buy real Bitcoin without having to deal with crypto exchanges and wallets themselves. Right now, signs are looking good that the SEC might approve a spot Bitcoin ETF in 2024. They seem to be coming around to the idea after rejecting it for years. Analysts think it could get approved sometime in the first 3 months of next year. That would totally change things for Bitcoin. A spot Bitcoin ETF would bring billions of dollars into Bitcoin from big investors. It would also make it way easier for people with retirement accounts like 401ks to get Bitcoin exposure. The SEC approving a spot ETF would show that Bitcoin has really gone mainstream with the financial establishment. This is why every crypto lover like you and me needs to pay close attention to if the SEC approves a spot Bitcoin ETF next year. If it happens, 2024 could be the start of a massive Bitcoin bull run. Even though nobody can predict the future, the signs are looking hopeful that the SEC finally opens the floodgates. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, but a spot Bitcoin ETF would be game-changing. Another huge event in 2024 for crypto fans is Ethereum's planned Denen Upgrade. This will be one of the most important changes ever made to Ethereum. It is going to improve the network in some major ways. The main goal of Denen is to help Ethereum scale better. Right now, Ethereum can only handle 15 transactions per second. That is not very many compared to big payment companies like Visa that do thousands per second. Denen will let Ethereum do many more transactions per second. It does this by giving more space for something called rollups to store data. Rollups are projects built on top of Ethereum that bundle transactions together to make things faster and cheaper. The upgrade will let rollups store big blobs of data directly on the Ethereum blockchain. This is called Protank Sharding. Right now, rollups have to store data elsewhere. With Denen, the data can be right on Ethereum. This blob data makes rollups way more efficient. It means they can process more transactions at lower fees for users. So Denen is really important for Ethereum's future as a fast, low-cost network. Some other technical upgrades are also part of Denen, like changes to how smart contracts can self-destruct and improvements to serializing data. But Protank Sharding is the big one. Ethereum developers are working hard to get Denen ready sometime later in 2024. There is a lot of testing going on. This will be one of the most important updates ever to Ethereum once it goes live. For people excited about crypto tech like us, Denen will be a big deal. It solves some of Ethereum's biggest issues around speed and fees. This helps Ethereum stay competitive as other blockchains are trying to replace it. Like currently Solana, which is seriously hot in the market. Denen keeps Ethereum at the top. One of the big things to keep an eye on in 2024, according to the article, is the potential for the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. Since early 2022, the Fed has been aggressively raising rates to fight high inflation. The Fed funds rate went from almost 0 to around 5.25% by late 2023. With US inflation falling from its peak of 9.1% in mid-2022 down to 3.2% by late 2023, the Fed's rate hiking cycle appears to be nearing its end. Many experts predict the Fed could start cutting rates in 2024 if inflation continues declining. Specifically, the article cites analyst forecasts for the first Fed rate cut to possibly happen around May 2024. This would mark a major shift in monetary policy from tightening to easing. Lower interest rates would benefit crypto as investors move money out of low-yielding bonds and into higher return, but riskier assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bonds become less attractive when rates are falling. The article explains that the financial markets are like cascading pools of water. The Fed policy and bond markets are the highest level pool. When rates decline, it's as if water starts flowing from that pool into smaller pools like the crypto market. So based on what the article lays out, the potential for Fed rate cuts by mid-2024 could be a very positive catalyst for cryptocurrency prices. If inflation keeps moderating, the odds of rate cuts next year seem high. That's why this projected policy shift is one of the key things for crypto investors to monitor as 2024 approaches. The crypto company Circle is considering going public with an IPO in 2024. This would be a big deal because Circle is the issuer of the USD coin, USDC, stablecoin. An IPO would make Circle the first cryptocurrency and stablecoin company to be publicly traded. Circle actually tried to go public before in 2021 via a merger with a special purpose acquisition company, SPAC, called Concord Acquisition Corporation. However, that $9 billion deal failed because the SEC would not approve their merger filing. Now, according to the Bloomberg report, Circle is in talks with advisors about attempting an IPO again in 2024. No final decision has been made yet. Becoming a publicly traded company has long been part of Circle's plans. Circle has raised money from major investors like Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and others. Having a major player in crypto like Circle successfully go public would show that the industry is maturing. It would help bring credibility and trust for crypto and stablecoins. They doesn't provide an exact timeline for when Circle is looking to IPO in 2024. But if it does happen as proposed, it would be a real milestone for mainstream acceptance. Up to now, the crypto industry has operated outside the traditional public market. A Circle IPO could start to change that. For crypto believers like us, the chance to finally invest directly in a major industry player on the public market is an exciting prospect. We'll have to wait and see if Circle officially moves ahead with its latest plan. But a 2024 IPO would certainly be a watershed moment. The Bitcoin halving is one of the most anticipated events in the crypto calendar. And the next one is expected sometime in 2024 according to the article. For those who aren't familiar, the halving is when the Bitcoin protocol automatically cuts the reward miners receive for processing blocks in half. This happens every 210,000 blocks, or about once every 4 years. In 2024, the mining reward will drop from the current 6.25 BTC per block to only 3.125 BTC. This effectively cuts Bitcoin's supply inflation rate in half overnight. Halvings are crucial to Bitcoin's economics. There will only ever be 21 million BTC in total supply. The regular halvings ensure new supply gradually decreases over time, making Bitcoin progressively more scarce. In the past, each halving has kicked off a new mega bull run. After previous rewards were cut in 2012 and 2016, Bitcoin prices surged to new all-time highs. That's because decreasing supply combined with increasing demand leads to higher prices based on Economics 101. Of course, no one can predict exactly what will happen after the 2024 halving. But based on historical patterns, many crypto investors expect the event could ignite the next massive Bitcoin bull market. That's why crypto enthusiasts like us always have an eye on the halving clock. When rewards get cut in half, it shakes up the entire crypto ecosystem. It's an exciting moment signaling potential change is on the horizon. The author of this article is very bright about the surging price on Bitcoin and on other cryptocurrency as well. Finally, the collapse of FTX. The FTX case is nearing a resolution. FTX was one of the biggest crypto stories of 2022. According to the article, the ongoing fallout from FTX's implosion could see meaningful progress toward resolution by 2024. FTX's founder Sam Bankman-Fried was criminally charged with fraud in late 2022. The article notes that as of late 2023, The approval has been obtained to liquidate nearly $880 million of FTX assets to start repaying creditors. These developments suggest FTX is entering a phase where the exchange may undergo major restructuring, or even a potential reboot under new management. The article cites SEC Chair Gary Gensler indicating willingness to consider allowing FTX to restart operations if SBF is replaced and the exchange follows regulations. In short, when all the negative news were released, the good news will come. That's how the market works. That's it for today, and I will see you on another video.